So, a different gym tip video. I've actually brought a special guest on today. And basically, we're going to talk about females. She's an OnlyFans girl. She does a lot of stuff like that now. She's got an 180 kilo squat. But basically, what I wanted to do was, she's going to give advice to girls who are just starting the gym. Girls who want to lose weight, stuff like that. So, this is Tabbyanne. If you check her out on TikTok, type in Tabbyanne, you'll find her. So, I'll go with the questions that we were going to ask you.
Yeah.
First question. What would you recommend to someone who's maybe overweight? Well, first off, we'll start. How much did you used to weigh?
I weighed about 240 pounds.
So you've lost a lot of weight, haven't you?
Yeah.
Completely shaped up and everything. What would you say to someone who's nervous, like they're overweight, they're just thinking of going to the gym, a bit insecure?
I mean, I think the first thing to anybody who's nervous or insecure, everybody starts somewhere. And if someone's looking at you, making fun of you in the gym or thinking something like that, you only worry about yourself, because end of the day, we all started from some place, whether it's somebody who's super skinny or whether they're, overweight, or whether they're just in between somewhere and wanting to add size on. Everyone's got their own goals. I think the best way is to just start from there and worry about yourself and think, if you don't start today, you're never going to start.
What would you say what would your main tip be like? Would you say, if they said to you, should I do cardio, should I do weights, a mixture of the two, etc., etc.?
Again, it depends on the person, but let's say this person's overweight, such as myself. I was myself. I would always say start with the weights and add cardio in as well. But if you've gone from nothing and you're wanting to create something, if your main goal is to lose weight, you want to make sure you add shape underneath that underneath that body. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you're getting some good quality strength training in, as well as diets needs to be quite good. Doesn't have to be spot on to start with, just as long as you're eating healthy, making sure you get enough protein, lower the carbs, not too high, and also add bits of cardio in. Start with only maybe say like a fast-paced walk, maybe 30 minutes a day, but make sure you're getting the weights in first and then go from there.
Would you recommend girls start with the compound lifts, like squats, deadlift, bent over rows, etc., etc.?
Absolutely, yeah, because you're going to get the most out of them.
What would you say to someone who said, I've done my weight loss, maybe I was 16 stone, for example. I've got down to 12 and a half, but I want to lose the extra 2 stone. I'm 5'10". I want to get down to about 10 stone. I've added a bit of muscle. What tips would you give them later on in the cut to keep going? Motivation?
So you're saying hit it like a stalling point?
Yeah, stalling point. They just want to maybe some secret tips.
Take it to that extra level.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's always the option of adding any sort of supplements in, such as whether they be creatine. I think everyone should be on that really anyway. But obviously, there's the option of adding in clenbuterol. Later on, I'd say Anavar, Primobolan, all steroids that are safe for females, are relatively safe as long as you educate yourself first.
But what about someone who's just wanting some, what is the word I'm looking for? Training tips. What training tips would you like to take?
Training tips.
Yeah.
Again, I would say, depending on if you're saying to the next level, I would definitely say make sure that your diet then is spot on. Maybe get yourself a diet coach who knows what they're doing and make sure it holds you accountable. I think that's a very smart thing to do. Of course, you can always either switch up your cardio, change your training routine as well.
Would you recommend HIIT? Would you recommend slow paced or?
It depends on the person and what the reason is, whether it's a stall or whether they want to take it next level. I think a mixture of the both can be good. Obviously, too much HIIT's just going to take too much energy out for the gym. If they're on a high calorie deficit diet, then doing too much HIIT is going to deplete them too much, and they're going to lose the energy for the session following next day or whenever it will be. I would say a mixture of the two. So maybe slow paced cardio, such as maybe just like a fast paced walk. Do that increase that from maybe 30 minutes a day, 45, and then go on from there. Whereas HIIT, I'd say if you want to increase your HIIT, so go from 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, etc.
We'll go from there.
Yeah.